My name's Tyler Head, and I started a small boutique real estate company called Turning Point Realty Group about 3 years ago. I left. I was with a much larger company for about the first 7 years of my real estate career, and then I left there to kind of do my own thing. As I got into it, I was a tiny bit skeptical, but I knew if the idea was what it seemed, that it would work, that I could make it work. The phone call is simple as this. They'll call me and say, hey, I got a mailer from you. And my first thing I say back is, I say, great. You must have got my mailer that's HR 3648. Is that correct? Yeah, that's it. Great. Well, I'd love to talk to you about the program. When can I set up a time to meet you? It's kind of extensive. There's a lot of different avenues to it. I've got a 7-page packet. I'd like to just come and give it to you. It'll do a lot of the explaining for you. What I'd really like to do is just set up an appointment. I'm not going to sell you anything. All I want to do is give you this packet, and if you got any questions, I'll answer them. That's it. Great. Okay. And then I set up the appointment. Very first thing I do is I sit down, introduce them. Hey, show me around, talk to me about your family, whatever. I sit down to them and I just ask them one simple question. I look at them and I say, tell me your story. Why are we sitting here today? Some people are very guarded, very protective. I just got out of an appointment with some very educated people that were very guarded. They bust out the notepad. They want to take notes. They're not committing to anything kind of type of people. And then the other people are just there. They get you just being a face-to-face person gives them a feeling of breath of fresh air. Like, oh my gosh, somebody's here. Hopefully they'll help me. And they've exhausted so many options that you're kind of the last option. So one of the first things I say is that, keep in mind, please, throughout this whole conversation from start to finish, this service that I provide to you, the education that I provide to you, the knowledge that I provide to you, everything I provide to you is I provide a free service to you. I get paid by the lending institutions, and it's no financial obligation to you. But one of the things that I've always prided myself in is the client always comes first. If I have to take significant real estate commission cuts to make a deal happen, if I have to, whatever it is that I need to do for the best interest of the client, I do it. And that's probably somewhat significant. I know a lot of real estate brokers are like, it's all about the commission. My commission is my commission, and I'm worth more than, whatever. These short sales take longer, so I deserve this. And so they let the necessity for a paycheck almost cloud their vision of what's really the important, and working for the client and making sure that that it's client first. And I can tell you this firsthand, that on some HR appointments, in the back of your mind, you're like, I need the listing. I'd like the listing. I want to make this as one of my listings. I want to beef up my portfolio. But you got to keep in mind that it's not all about the listing. And sometimes you're going to sit face to face with somebody where short sale is not the best route. It's not. And you got to have the integrity is the word I'm looking for, to look them in the face and say, guys, I don't think short sale is necessarily the first route. Now, it may be a route that we may need to take in the future, but I don't think I'm going to encourage you or push you to say short sale is going to be the first route for you guys. I think we need to look at this. I think you've got enough. I think you've got enough strength in your financial portfolio that I think loan modification may be the route that we need to look at first. I'll give you a little bit of guidance and I'll help you. And it's all a free service. Even if I help you with something else or give you advice on something else, I'm not going to try to charge you. I'm not going to be like, well, if we're not doing the short sale, if I'm going to help you with loan modification, I'm going to ding you for $1,000. I don't ever do that. But I think that's a big thing is you got to be at a point in your business where you got to put the financial stuff aside and realize that I'm dealing with a real human being. I'm dealing with a roof over their head. I'm dealing with their financial life. It's not about me and my paycheck.